Holy Sisters, brothers, and others, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over things that you might want to have at home when you come home from surgery. I know your mind can be a mess when you're trying to get prepared for the surgery and you might not know what to have at home or what to bring to the hospital. Let's get into it. The first thing I would suggest having is a shower handle or a bath chair or like a shower chair. I used the chair because I was just so exhausted. You're going to be on medication when you get home, so you want to make sure that you are safe in the shower, and I would recommend having a parent or a guardian or your spouse, whoever is watching you after surgery. I would suggest that they stay in the bathroom with you just so you don't get overheated, or if you need any help like that, you're at a fall risk, so you don't want to fall or slip in the bathroom. And I use the handle as well. The hospital gave me both of the items. They gave me the chair and the handle, but the handle would just help me get in and out of the shower, so I had something to hold on to. Those things helped me a lot, and you can ask your occupational therapist at the hospital or your social worker, and they should be able to find those items for you. Next, I would recommend getting one of these. I think the hospital can give these to you as well. They might actually give them to you right when you're out of surgery. I think I woke up and they had like toothpaste in here and other things like that. But what I would use this for was when I was brushing my teeth. Usually when you brush your teeth, at least for me, and the sink is lower than your body, you kind of lean forward and, get to town on them teeth. But after surgery, you can't bend over, and that might make you uncomfortable. So I would just hold this here, and then I would scrub, brush my teeth, and then I would spit right into this, and then I would wash it. So continuing with bathroom items, I got an email from someone a couple weeks ago, and she was wondering, what things she should have at home, and she actually suggested having a raised toilet seat, and I thought that was the best thing ever, because sometimes it is a mission. If you have a low toilet, it is a mission to get up and off of the toilet, especially if you are a girl and you just have to constantly be sitting on the toilet and then getting back up. So you might want to get a raised toilet seat to make the distance not as far down as you would normally need to go to sit on it. Okay, everyone, the next thing you're gonna need is a lot of pillows. Now, I'm not saying one or two. No, that's not a lot. I'm talking about thick ones that have the memory foam. I'm talking about these, your little airplane pillows or whatever they're called, the neck pillows. You can find these at Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, any of those kind of places, but this is great for the ride home or whenever you have to go on a car ride. I wore this many, many, many times after every surgery, every time I was in the car, and it was fantastic, so I would recommend that 100%. Then you might want some smaller pillows or more squishy pillows like this. Kind of just has those loose little beans in it. And this is great. I use this against the chair that I'm sitting in now when I do work for college, but this is great. And then, of course, just your regular standard pillow. This one is a thin one, but you want to have all different types of thickness to your pillow, so this one is a thin one. And then I also have a body pillow here, and these are great as well, because you're going to want to kind of stuff your back with them when you're laying on your side, or even when you're laying on your back and you just want to get support in between your sides. I would definitely suggest a whole bunch of different types of pillows. I will insert a picture. I'm pretty sure I have one of my kind of setup of what I would be comfortable with, but it's going to be very hard to get comfortable, and I would suggest having tons and tons of pillows at home. Still going with the comfortability option, I would suggest finding a chair that you like and that you think you'll be spending most of your time in. And what was comfortable to you before surgery might not be comfortable to you afterwards. So for some of my recommendations, I've heard really good things about the gravity chairs. I have not tried them myself, but I know that a lot of people in the scoliosis community rave by them, and they said that it was very comfortable for their children after they have had surgery, and it's also comfortable for them. For me personally, I really enjoyed sleeping in a recliner or just chilling in a recliner, spending my time in that, because you can lift your feet up and you can also recline back, making it really easy to adjust. And if you need to sit up, it's really easy. You can just sit up and it will push you forward. My grandparents actually gave me their old recliner, and it was a lot of help. Maybe see if any of your friends or family are not using their recliners anymore so that you could go and get one, because I do know that they are very expensive. I was very thankful that my grandparents were able to give me theirs. The next thing I would suggest would be getting or have someone make you, like I did, have someone make you a stool if your bed is very high up off of the ground. I used this almost every time that I got into bed, or you can use it in the bathroom or in the kitchen or something like that. I don't know, but I know that when I was getting out of bed in the hospital that they wanted my feet to touch the ground, and my feet did not currently touch the ground when I swung over my bed at home, so I knew that I needed to have a stool. Okay, so if you've seen my last video, you know that I tell you to drink tons and tons and tons of water. So what I would recommend is getting a water bottle. Now, I do have a water bottle that's even bigger than this one. This is 40 ounces. But if you remember your doctor telling you this, you can't lift more than 5 to 10 pounds after surgery for a while. So you kind of don't want to get one of those huge water bottles because it's just going to put pressure in those muscles in your back. I would recommend just like 40 ounces or less. And also to get the straw attachment, you can easily slip water in bed. Don't choke on your water. That will end up hurting you. Coughing and sneezing, at least it hurt me after surgery, so we want to eliminate as much coughing as possible. So try to get a straw with your water bottle. Get a decent size where you won't have to be getting up and down all the time. Just maybe every 2 hours as you take your walk around your house. Get up and fill up your water, and just make sure to keep on drinking that. The next couple items are pretty crucial. So I know I've talked about water and I've talked about fiber in my previous videos, and now I'm going to suggest you getting some type of constipation medication. And I've tried stool softeners. I've tried this like clear liquid drink. I can't exactly remember what it's called, but I will insert a picture of it. And those didn't really help. I've tried the prune juice, and that didn't really help. But what really helped me were Smooth Move pills or Smooth Move tea. I prefer the tea, but it acts as a kind of like a laxative type of thing. And the next morning, like after you drink it, if you drink it at night, the next morning you will most likely go. And the Smooth Move tea that I mentioned is a herbal tea, so it doesn't really have too many chemicals or anything in it. It's pretty natural and does work. It might give you slight stomach pain, but nothing compared to the stomach pain that I got with like a stool softener. So definitely try that. Next sort of medication thing that I would recommend having at home is melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that makes you tired. It makes you want to go to sleep. For some reason, after each surgery, I really had a hard time sleeping. I just couldn't either go to sleep or couldn't stay asleep, and melatonin really helped that. I got the quick dissolve tablets, and once I started feeling tired, I would silence everything, put my phone away, turn off the lights, and I would be able to drift off to sleep and stay asleep pretty well. So I would definitely recommend that. And I would also recommend some loose clothing. You should have a ton of button-up pajamas at home, something like this, buttons up in the front. Just having something like this, or a robe, loose clothing that won't itch your scar or your bandage or whatever you have on your back when you come home. You don't want to open up any stitches, or you don't want your clothes sticking to the gauze. Things like a silky, satiny kind of material, or even sweat wicking material. I know I sweated so much in my sleep, whether that was from like medications or just because my body had a fever. I would sometimes wake up in sweaty clothes and had to change. So you want to try to get some material to sleep in that might wick away the sweat and just make sure it's not all sticking to you like cotton. If cotton gets sweaty, it's kind of hard for that material to go dry again. Any sort of loose clothing would be a great thing to have at home. Some optional items would be a sock helper, something to help you put on your socks. I never had that because I had my mom to help me do it. I do know that the hospital might be able to give you a device such as that, and they could show you how to use it while you're at the hospital. And another thing would be like a grabber tool, one of those things where you go like this, and then at the end it has the grabbers, the pinchers, to help you get things off of the floor because you don't want to be bending down or picking anything up. That might be very useful for you. Some other things would include coloring books if you're a kid, or I mean, I colored, so I'm an adult now, but I colored and it's very calming. Something to keep you busy, maybe a video game. I played the Switch just to take my mind off of things. You could read a book, even though you might not be in the right headspace to really comprehend and read a book, but those are some things that might keep you busy and keep your mind off your pain if you have any. You could get paints or do some crafts. I did a puzzle, which was really nice. I had a puzzle sent to me, and that was a lot of fun, and it was time consuming, so the days went pretty quick. Try to just have things at home that will keep you busy, keep your mind busy. And I'd also suggest cleaning the house or making sure that things are easily accessible to you, especially items that are used every day. You don't want to be bending or having to reach very high in a cabinet to get something down, so just try to have it on your counter space or somewhere easily accessible. Just make your life a whole lot easier for when you get home. So that's all of my suggestions that I have to you guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below and give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you next time. Bye!